Hi, everyone. Well, I'm really pissed off this morning. I don't know if any of you have had a chance to read the new Watchtower, the February 15th, 2012 Watchtower. They have this wonderful article, Happiness is Possible in a Divided Household. And on page 29, paragraph 12, they give this wonderful example of how that's possible. Let me just read it to you. Selma recalls a lesson she learned from a witness who studied with her. On one particular day, says Selma, I didn't want to have a Bible study. The night before, Steve had hit me as I tried to prove a point, and I was feeling sad and sorry for myself. After I told the sister what had happened and how I felt, she asked me to read 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7. As I did, I began to reason, Steve never does any of these loving things for me. But the sister made me think differently by asking, how many of those acts of love do you show towards your husband? My answer was none, for he is so difficult to live with. The sister softly said, Selma, who is trying to be a Christian here, you or Steve? Realizing that I needed to adjust my thinking, I prayed to Jehovah to help me be more loving towards Steve. Slowly, things started to change. After 17 years, Steve accepted the truth. Wasn't that just a heartwarming example? Doesn't it just make y'all just tingle you with excitement? You too can suffer abuse for 17 years on the off chance that he might come in. Yay! This is the kind of bullshit that kept me in my abusive relationship. This is the kind of crap that has been fed to make me believe that the fact that I was a punching bag was my fault. This is the kind of stuff that taught me that I was a doormat and that I had really no rights whatsoever as a human being. You know, my husband was a baptized brother. He was already in. These men who tell you this stuff, you know, they don't even know what century they're in. They're getting this from the 1920s Guide to the Happy Homemaker, for crying out loud. This is criminal. This is criminal advice. You know, I'm an abuse survivor myself. And you better believe that all of my local contacts that I work with have already gotten a copy of this. I've already been Googling any domestic violence website that I can and giving them a copy of this. I'm going to contact the local newspaper later today and see if we can get an article out of this. This is criminal. This is criminal. You know, even the elder that I met with, when I was meeting with the local sister and she brought an elder in, he talked about how he knew this was the true organization because he wasn't the same person that he was. He used to be extremely violent. You know, pick a fight if you looked at him wrong. And he's not like that anymore. Does that mean that he is a doormat? That if somebody decides to start beating him up, that he's going to sit and take it? No, he has the right to fight back and defend himself. So this brother, this elder, has the right to defend himself. This elder has the right not to be a doormat. But this sister has no rights. This sister has to be a doormat to be a good witness. No. The Watchtowers, I just have to thank the Watchtower. This is great ammunition for this particular war. And I'm highly recommending to anyone in the vast apostate army to do the same. Google the spousal abuse, domestic violence, etc. Send them a copy of this. This is ridiculous. I can't believe that they're still teaching this stuff. Yeah. These men who have been sheltered their whole lives, like I said, don't know what century they live in, have no idea what kind of horrors go on behind closed doors. This spousal abuse, domestic violence leads to death. Yeah. This made up little story, propaganda techniques has proven that these stories are fake. So this made up little story is keeping you in harm's way. Domestic violence can lead to death, either yours or you kill in order to save yourself. Yeah. And if you've watched my videos, you know that I absolutely 100% believe that this is a destructive mind control cult. And this is part of the destructive side of it. And in any mind control cult, whether they're 10 members or whether they're 10 million members, the women are always fodder. The women are always less than nothing. And it's the same in this organization. And this proves it right here. This proves it. The elder has the right to defend himself. The women don't. The women really have no rights. J.W. Fairy Tales talked about too. It's like the only thing that women can really hope for in this organization is to marry somebody in good standing, an elder, a circuit overseer, Bethelite. That's the only goal we have, really, in this organization. Be a punching bag. Be a punching bag for Jehovah. He might just come in. I'm just so pissed. I'm just so pissed. Anyway, I'm getting really active about this one. I'm getting really vocal about this one. I hope you do the same. Talk to you later.